Hello everybody, Happy New Year, back after a ban. It's good to be back in the USSR. It's not quite as bad as the USSR. They probably have it better than what we do, because from what I understand, most of that country hasn't had a vaccine, which is good. I should think after all that they've been through over the centuries and that, they've probably learnt something about communism and stuff, but we obviously have not. Interesting news at the moment about the first thing, which is absolutely sickening. Some mentalist in America has decided to accept a heart from a pig, and the pig was alive when they took the heart out of the pig. Not that anyone really cares about that, because they eat bacon, they don't care about animals, full stop. And well, the pig was genetically modified. There's some very sick people in America, and America is a very sick country, and America is censoring everything that we pretty much do and control pretty much everything that we do. With a bitch of America, it has to be said. Even, you know, I've been banned for 2 weeks for speaking out about someone who got vaccinated and had a very serious reaction. In other words, they died. And of course, they're probably listening to this and they'll take this video down, then they'll get another strike and they'll be banned again. I don't believe that YouTube is the way forward. There's other solutions. We shouldn't really have YouTube at all. It's just full of garbage. Probably this video is no exception, but just left a cafe where I I've been there a few times, but didn't realise they were licensed. Anyway, not allowed to sit with the privileged because I haven't been vaccinated or have a QR code or whatever it is that you need to get into these places. Not particularly bothered. So anyway, I was made to sit in another part of the restaurant, whatever you want to call it. And that was that. So anyway, when I went to pay, he said, is everything alright? I said, no, not really. I said, I don't really appreciate being made to sit somewhere else because of, like, I'm not good enough, in so many words. Oh, but blah, blah, blah. You know, we don't want to be hit with a £10,000 fine. I said, listen, mate, ain't going to happen. I said, they're just using fear against you. I said, and really, you know, I didn't say this bit, but you should be armed with knowledge. It's not a law. And don't see Boris Johnson being handed a £10,000 fine for having a party or anything like that. And it's really weird, because isn't it funny how people still see this and hear this, that they're getting on with it, right, in their own sweet way, shoving large amounts of coke up their nose, having parties, going to places like 200 miles away to see a sick family, but they're not living by the rules that they inflict on everybody else, right? But they get away with it, and people still say, oh, it's okay, they're our leaders, they're allowed to do this. So are you allowed to do what you want? These people are actually paid by us, right, to tell us what to do. That's why I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any of their shitty, stupid rules, or partaking in dumb vaccines and, like, QR codes. What is this life about if that's all we're governed by is our smartphones and vaccines? Because most of the people, sorry, all of you, pretty much, that you have signed up for a vaccine have been brainwashed, right? And if you don't understand that, you've definitely been brainwashed. And apparently 80% of all people can be hypnotised. The other 20% cannot. You may remember Paul McKenna, the shows that he did a few years ago, where he hypnotised people on stage. I went to a couple of them, and yeah, it's clear to see that some people can be and other people cannot, and that's what's happened. Subconscious programming through mobile phones. That's why they were probably invented. You always got to be one step ahead of the game, folks, has to be said. So anyway, where am I going now? Probably to find more confrontation without actually looking for it. Just going about minding my daily business, and there's always something around the corner. So, as you may have learned when you went to Brownies or Guides or Cubs or Scouts, not that many people go to that now, it's probably been, like, shut down because of a COVID scam. You're not allowed to live or breathe anymore. Be prepared, right? Be prepared. One last thing. All the castles that were ever built, around the country, right, and that includes England as well. There's plenty of them in Ireland, plenty of them in Scotland, plenty of them in Wales, and didn't do much, did it? Didn't keep the enemy out. And on that note, I bid you good day.